Hi everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. It is Mike here once again. This is going to be a short video, I promise. Good grief, I always say that and I always ramble on for ages. Anyway, this video, I find myself in a strange reading position this morning. Last night I finished reading A Warlock in Whitby, which is the middle book in a trilogy by Jarvis. And I went to the bookshelves before bed thinking, oh, I'll start a new book now, or a new chapter, read the first chapter, go to sleep. And I even sat down in front of my bookshelves and realised that I couldn't decide what I wanted to read next. There was just too much choice, so many good books right at the moment that I've bought that I want to read, and I couldn't figure out what I was in the mood for. I still feel like I'm in the mood for YA or middle grade. That's kind of what I'm reading at the moment and really enjoying, so I kind of discounted the thriller shelves and just thought, well, what am I going to read now? And I realised that weirdly I have got 3 trilogies at the moment that I have the 3rd book of but haven't read yet. So I wanted to share them with you very briefly and just maybe get some input of you guys as to what I should read next. The first book in my little sort of, I've got 3 books. The 3 of the 3rd books in trilogies, oh that's hard to say, so I don't know what trilogy to finish or whether to read something completely different, I don't know. The first one is The Whitby Child by Jarvis. This is the 3rd book in the Whitby Witches series, and it's a little bit thicker than the other 2, which I think is a good thing. It's got this really creepy, horrible, I don't know, fishy baby mutant monster thing on the front cover, and I'm really enjoying myself in Whitby at the moment, and I'm really enjoying being involved in Jarvis's writing again. It was weird, it was like last month was all about Patrick Ness and this month's all about Jarvis so far, strange. But I have this book to go which will finish the Whitby Witches, and also ahead of his next book, which is the 4th book in the Witching Legacy series, which is also about Whitby. And so yeah, that's number 1, that's choice number 1. Do I finish the Whitby Witches trilogy first? Or, speaking of Patrick Ness, do I go to Monsters of Men, which is the 3rd book in the Chaos Walking trilogy? This is a lovely black edition. It's a really thick beast of a book though. I feel like this might take me a little while, but I thoroughly enjoyed my reading of the first 2 books last month, and sort of just feel like I want to give myself a little bit of distance from it so I don't get bored of it all. I feel like there might be a postman coming to my door. I can hear beeps. So I don't know whether to read this next and finish the Chaos Walking trilogy, because it is brilliant. I just don't want to, you know, when you overdo it with a certain author or a certain trilogy, you just feel like, oh, actually I need to walk away and just come back so I really do enjoy it, rather than feel a bit sort of bored and I don't know what the word is, just kind of like bored. So I don't know whether to finish this one next, but it is choice number 2. And then choice number 3 is The Huntress Storm by Sarah Driver. I adored the first 2 books in this trilogy, the first one being Sea and the second one being Sky. This is Storm. This is one of the purchases from Hey on Y this week. And it's just beautiful is the first thing I have to say, and inside it's beautiful, there's all drawings and things, and I just love that. And I have had a bit of time away from Sea and Sky, but it's sort of one of those situations where I've had maybe too much time away, because I might have forgotten kind of the key points that happened in the first 2 books, which are important for this one. So yeah, I don't know whether to finish. That's my 3rd option. Finish the trilogy, the Huntress trilogy. Those are my choices, and I feel like with all 3 of them, I'm a little bit apprehensive, because they are the end of a trilogy, and the end concluding part of a trilogy is sometimes, dare I say it, a little bit disappointing. So I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to finish these trilogies and which one to finish first, I don't know. Or do I read something completely different, like a one-off, maybe not a series? But I was looking upstairs at the books, and a lot of the books I was reaching for were like the first part in another series, and I do not want to get to a point in my reading life where I've read the first 2 books in trilogies and haven't read the 3rd ones, and they're all sat on my shelf. So I need your help, people. Have you read any of those 3? What would you recommend, or what do you think I should read next? Because I don't know. I am apprehensive. I don't want any of them to be bad. I don't want to be disappointed at the end of the trilogy. I I don't know. Help. Just help. Help.